Hi, I'm Bob Walder, and as I get deeper into the world of watch repair and precision tools, I'm on the hunt for the perfect desktop drill press. I'm going to put the Dremel Workstation through its paces to see if it's suitable for the kind of fine precision work needed for watch repair, or if you're better off just looking for something else. Stay tuned to the end for what might be some surprising conclusions. What's this about? Okay, well, I have a watchmaker's lathe, and it's not that straightforward to do some basic drilling. So I thought what I really want is a benchtop drill press. Probably not the place you would have started. Certainly wasn't the first kind of micro drill press I looked at. But as I did look around and looked at the prices, I thought, you know what, this is $48. I already have a Dremel, so why not give it a go? So I ordered this from Amazon. I will quick disclaimer at this point, I purchased this with my own money. Everything you see on this channel was purchased with my own money. At this point, I don't even have an Amazon affiliate link. So I will leave links to this and any other tools that I review down in the description, and you can buy through those links or not. Makes no difference to me. So the other disclaimer at this point is I don't do unboxing videos. I don't like them. No one wants to see someone else go through opening a box and unpacking all of this stuff. So box is here, unboxing already done, that can go. So we have the drill press itself. Very simple to put together, definitely not rocket science. The pole at the back goes into the base, secured by a bolt at the back. You slide this structure on to the pole, and there is a handle at the back that can be used to move that up and down, side to side. This was the first point that I kind of stopped to think, maybe this is not the precision instrument that I need for watch repair. It's kind of clumsy. It's just not very precise. So, but I persevered. I thought, hey, I've got it now, so let's give it a go. Once you've finished putting that together, there's a few little extra bits and pieces. There's a thing to hold your wire out the way, a little tool thingamabob here to store the wrench that they give you, and drill bits, and that's about it. So once you have it, next step is you take your Dremel. You have to remove this screw at the front, the collet screw, in order to insert this in here. Make sure when you do it that the little button that you use for locking and unlocking the collet to lock your drill bits in place, make sure that goes at the front, because when you drop it in here, that's going to fall into this little window down here. Screw that into place, and this is where you can use the handy dandy wrench they gave you, a spanner as we call it in England, and that's it. You're done. We're ready to go, and this is going to move up and down to make sure you've got your free range of motion. Get your wire out of the way and clip it onto these little clips at the side here, just to make sure it's not flapping around when you start drilling. Ready to go on this, and I'm going to actually move it back up a little bit, because one of the things I did get that I added on in an attempt to make this more of a precision instrument was this. And this is a cross slide. And for those of you familiar with lathes and drill presses, this is going to be nothing new, but for anyone else, you can bolt this onto the base of the drill press, and once it's fixed in place, you can move things backwards and forwards by using these handles, backwards, forwards, side to side. Each full revolution of these wheels is a millimeter. So you can actually get, once you have something clamped down in this, you can actually move it with quite a high degree of precision. This thing still moves around, so this is your weakest link when it comes to precision work, but hey, it is what it is. So once you have that in place, we can put a drill bit in an attempt to keep this precision. I am going to use one of these little tiny 1mm drill bits, and we'll see if the Dremel can handle that. I'm sure it can. So press the button, tighten that up, should be good to go. Once you're ready, turn it on. You can adjust the revs per minute, depending on which kind of Dremel you have. That will vary. So I don't have any watch parts with me for this, but I do have a little circuit board. So because I did think, even though I'd already decided maybe this is not for me when it comes to watch repair, I did realize I may end up keeping it, because for some electronics projects it's going to be suitable. I think if you're into crafts, making jewelry, model making, it would probably be more than suitable for that, and you can use it both for, obviously the Dremel can be used both for drilling, for grinding, for polishing. So this may well be still a useful review for you if you're into model making or jewelry making. So once we have our thing lined up, right now I have it lined up so it's over this this gap in the center of the cross slide, and I can move that back and forward slightly. And as easy as that. Again, I don't like fighting with the switch up here. If you bought a dedicated micro drill press, you would have an on-off switch, and usually the on-off switch is a potentiometer, so you can adjust the RPM with that. Just makes the whole thing much more pleasant to use. But at the end of the day, it drills holes, drills small holes, and it does so with a certain level of precision. Okay, so having looked at the basic drilling operations, just want to wrap up with a couple of the extra features that that you can get with this, which are not really kind of suitable for the whole watch repair idea, but which again may be useful if you're doing other crafts, jewelry making, etc., etc. So the first one is if you can put in your sanding tools like that, and then you can actually drop that all the way through that middle hole, and then actually use that as a small tabletop sander. So that could be useful for some, and similarly bring it back up by unscrewing this here and a similar one on the other side. You can actually tilt this whole thing around, and you can lock that back in place, and now you can use it for grinding, for polishing. We switch that out for a polishing head. And use that like that. So there is one other feature with that. If we have a drill bit in there, you can actually lock this on an angle and drill into items at an angle, which is pretty cool. And the final feature is you have a stop here, you have a drill stop. So that's your full range of travel. And let's say you only wanted to drill a hole to that depth. You can move that drill stop down, tighten it up, and now that will stop at the same depth every time. There is a scale on here, hard to read, and just as with my other complaints about the lack of absolute precision, you're not going to be able to set a depth of 3 millimeters exactly. The idea here is kind of take it to the depth you want, set the stop, and you're good to go. Final feature is for those of you who don't have a Dremel but have other similar rotary tools. This will actually work with other manufacturers' tools, and that is something you would have to ascertain for yourself as to whether your particular tool would fit with this. But there's a lot of leeway in this mounting bracket for other tools. And the final feature is this handle up here is for hanging. This actually will raise right up out of the way, and now you can use it as a mount for your flexible rotary shaft, and it keeps that out of the way while you're doing work with that shaft, and then that in itself will hang on there. So is it right for you? Only you can say. I will probably keep it because, as I said, I think it does have other uses in a workshop. I did once have a normal drill press that you use for one of the big hand drills. That was very bulky. I ended up getting rid of that. But this, I think, I will probably keep. I don't need the precision level, so I'll probably not keep the cross slide, but I think this setup right here, as it stands, probably worth the $48. As I say, one thing I will be doing is looking at some other micro drill presses. So do stay tuned if this is of interest, and if you want to see a better option than this for your watch repairs. Drop me a comment if there are any models that you'd like to see me review, or if you have any suggestions or any better ideas about how to use this maybe in your watch repairs. But for now, I'll leave you with the Dremel drill press and say goodbye until next time.